Oh, I muted it. All right, guys. Welcome back in. And we are ready to rock and roll with episode 2 of the Chaos Realm podcast. So, Mick, what'd you do this week? How was your week?
Just working, drinking, and everything's opening back up, so a lot more time outside, and unfortunately, traffic.
Yeah, the
Has
non-essentials are
returned.
back to work, eh? Now, they just opened up all the restaurants here, too. Now, okay, here's the hypocrisy of it. You have to wear a mask to go to your table. You have to wear a mask to leave your table, but you don't have to wear a mask at your table.
I mean, I could see maybe if you're eating a mask.
Okay, sure, but you're still in like European restaurants are tiny, so you're still in you can butt elbows with the guys next to you. Now they are operating at half capacity inside, and most of the people have to be outside. But now the outside is just full, so
Well, yeah.
ridiculousness.
And like for the bars and stuff here, they do only table service. Like you can't go up to the bar table at all or anything. They make it so that
Damn cat! I told you you have
capacity,
to
minimum staff.
Come on, Hayden.
And so it's just it's good that they're coming back. We need a little more entertainment in life. Self-motivation is a very hard thing.
It's a silly cat. Yeah, I hear you. Yesterday actually was a long day. Like, it was so much to do on the Friday, but it was just like one of those Fridays like, is it fucking over yet?
Well,
is it 5 yet?
I will only touch briefly on this. Yesterday was in my city was our rally.
Yeah.
Which, if and no, it's not like the States. I'm in Canada.
It's not a riot.
Not a riot. It's an actual just protest. And our city alone is known for like its up and downs within the people, the minorities especially, and cops.
Oh yeah.
You know, so 0 fucking arrests.
Not bad.
0 violence. A lot of stupidity, but that's gonna happen.
Well, it's just the city in general, though.
I personally got to be able to, make sure things went as smooth as possible right after work. It was great.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why you bring 8 fucking sandwiches and a Dr. Pepper and you're good to go.
8 sandwiches and a Dr. Pepper.
I literally had a loaf of bread and like
a
selection of 3 types of sandwich meat.
So you have no idea when you're gonna be done. So that's just how it is.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Come prepared, homie. This is stakeout. This is stakeout bag right here.
So what are you drinking today? What are you drinking? What do you got over there?
I do have a dark rum, except for a different kind. I mixed. There's a type of whiskey that I actually mixed with my captains.
That's weird. I don't think you're supposed to mix whiskeys. I'm gonna have to take your license away.
It's fine. I don't need a license, just like every redneck in the boonies out here.
Well, I've got William Lawson's blended Scotch whiskey. This is very good. I got this for Christmas from my mother-in-law's boyfriend, but I actually didn't end up getting it until my birthday because I accidentally left it there. And I didn't know. Oops. But anyway, so I've been drinking that. It's really good. It's really smooth. It's not a single malt, but it's still really good quality.
And I just want to say the hypocrisy of a blended Scotch whiskey. Not supposed to mix your whiskey.
But apparently what they do with this, like they take, you remember what are they called? Devil's Cut whiskey?
Oh God!
It's kind of like that process where they extract from the wood and then they blend.
Okay.
Still very good. Still very good.
Yeah, that's better.
So, anyway, getting right on into this. So, a lot of people, and specifically I want to talk to teenagers who are just trying to figure out your music taste, and you're protesting your parents, being like, I don't want to listen to that radio crap, blah, blah, blah. I totally feel you. I was there. Mick was there. Everybody was there with you. We all wanted to listen to better music, more personalized music. As you become an adult and you start to branch, you'll still have your core taste in music, but you will feel it all out, and it'll be okay. You're gonna be fine.
You'll have an acceptance level that is much higher than you ever thought you had.
Yeah, like for example, for like a good solid 4 years, I listened to nothing but metal, nothing else.
Oh yeah.
Now it's like you can get like pop punk, you know, hard rock, light rock, rap, all that good stuff.
If you asked this man about 6 years ago to listen to Apocalyptica, he'd tell you to go fuck yourself.
No, I liked Apocalyptica.
No, back when you were on, what was that band you were absolutely obsessed of? It's a lower known. The vocals were primarily Screech.
Which was just everything. Everything I was listening to. I think it was Asking Alexandria, to be honest with you. I think that's what it was.
Yes. That was because you're like, no, it just doesn't fucking fit. It's just not the same.
And then they put out that piece with Corey Taylor.
Yeah, and really then you were like, oh, okay.
I guess it's not so bad, you know.
Yeah, as soon as you put Corey Taylor in anything, it's godlike, which I mean is not wrong.
This is true because the man has a voice of angels.
Yeah, and he's a good fucking parent too. Jesus Christ, like y'all should need to take notes.
Well, actually, I know you're not on Instagram, but you saw a little while ago that Sean Cran's daughter passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very sad. F's in the chat. Anyway, so guide to metal subgenres, because this is important, because you're gonna have people who are elitists when it comes to metal, and they'll be like, no, that band is not heavy metal, it's black metal, or it's Norwegian death metal, or it's glam metal, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. We're all part of the same family. Can we all understand that? Yeah. You all play the same 7 chord progressions, so chill.
Sometimes 8 if you fuck up and make it work.
Okay, so we have heavy metal. Do you want to read this one, or do you want me to read this one?
Go ahead. You can start off with this one. All right. This is the one where you had the issue.
The core metal subgenre from which all other metal subgenres are derive. Heavy metal in essence is metal that draws influence primarily from its original metal bands. So stuff like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. And I'm still fucking obsessed with Led Zeppelin. I still listen to it all the time. I'm only missing one album, but I've got all the other ones, and I have the remaster one. I'm actually not sure. I'd have to go look. Because I still buy CDs like a boomer. I still buy CDs. My wife buys CDs too. We don't do a lot of digital purchase when it comes to music.
I feel you.
But still had, very good. Now, what I definitely don't agree with is Kiss being in this core group. Yes, the costuming thing is on point, but they're more glam metal, hair metal.
Exactly.
They're closer to that.
Like even Alice Cooper is a stretch, but in the earlier years of Alice Cooper,
if you listen to Alice Cooper like pre and post, it's, I don't know, they're pretty close to just core metal. So you got thrash metal.
Priest, obviously. That's just not
Priest, that's a given, yeah.
Which, by the way, Judas Priest, everyone that I met in the early years of our school days didn't know who the fuck Judas Priest was, and they would compare them to Maiden. And it pissed me off.
We're so uneducated.
I remember I had to bring the CDs of Judas Priest and Maiden to school and show them every distinct difference. I had to take my dad's CDs, which he doesn't know, at least until now.
Maiden is more black metal than, but it's very heavy. It is heavy. Yeah. I love Maiden. It's such good. Nico, coolest drummer on the face of the earth. That dude is so chill, and the way he talks is amazing.
Yeah, you also have to give a hand to Crew's drummer as well. Fucking those solos, man. Especially in their last few, tours. I gotta hand it to you. Fucking, I couldn't imagine sitting there drumming, fearing for your life that you're not strapped in properly, upside down. Just fucking so bland.
Yeah. There was a time in life where I wanted to be like the rock star drummer. Now I just want to play with myself in like small group garage bands, stuff like that, like tiny venues, because it's just comfortable. But I wanted to do the whole spin around the drum kit, put it upside down, put it on the track system on the roof of the arena. But I'm pretty sure I would poop myself and scare some people in the audience with things falling down. But yeah, no, that's ballsy. That's some scary stuff.
And like to pull it off so well.
And the way, because like when you turn a drum kit, say a full 90 degrees, right? It completely changes the way you play it, because now the cymbals are tipped the wrong way.
Yeah, and
they're not tipped in toward you.
Yeah. Like let's talk about how, you know, it relies on the sound waves from when it's planted, especially for the kick.
Well, yeah, like Rockstar's drum kits are mic'd, so it's not so bad. But if you were to do that live venue, no microphones, there's definitely going to be some sound travel difference. So I'll let you take thrash metal.
Oh boy,
Metallica. Right, so, first off, Metallica is trash.
Yeah, but that's just like y'all ain't ready for that.
No one's ready to have that talk.
Like maybe a couple hits I will give a shout out to.
Oh yeah, the obvious ones that were on the radio. But Lars is a dick.
Oh yeah, well we know that. So I mean, so is Nyx, but let's be real.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna talk about that.
Lars, I still fucking hate him. Of all the drummers I've ever, looked up to, he's like the worst sort of person.
I still remember your rant in your room after playing one of their songs, and you're just like, I can't fucking do it anymore.
Fucking hate this guy. Like, the thing is, the man can't keep a simple beat. Like, 4/4 times straight quarters. Can't keep it.
Dare I say Nickelback's drummer could do a better job.
Nickelback's drummer can do a better job. This is a fact.
Anyway, thrash metal is one of the first main offshoots of heavy metal. Thrash metal increased the magnitude of the early metal scene, which is actually true, upping intensity, speed, complex guitar riffs, and the pitch of the lyrics. Now, this is where people got really ballsy with their vocals, because they wanted to show that they weren't just like, the Judas Priest, Alice Cooper type deal. They weren't just the alto tone type singers, that they could also drop it low, but at the same time keep the same type of intensity and beat, which altogether made it, more intense.
Yeah.
And then
that's why they call it thrash.
It was also more energetic. So it's like the people that you see, they're like waving their arms around and shit. That's where thrash metal.
The mosh pits too.
Yeah, like I think that's where the mosh scene really took off.
Actually, I'm pretty sure moshing was punk, but I am not actually aware enough to know or care. But
I think it was like a year after thrash metal.
Yeah, so like your big ones, Metallica. They do have some songs that are definitely thrash.
Yes.
Just constantly fucking just double pedal all day. But Megadeth, yes. Slayer.
Oh yeah.
Slayer has some good stuff, like some ballads that are like.
I feel like Slayer only has 4 songs that would fit thrash, though. I feel like they're better placed under
black metal
or
even.
black. But
so you got your power metal.
Which there you go. If
this is all perfect. Hammerfell, yes, definitely Dragon Force.
Yep.
Because if you ever played Guitar Hero 3 on Expert, you're not passing that song.
Yeah, you're not passing that song unless you are a god or on cocaine.
So the guide to metal subgenres must contain power metal. It emphasizes clean, undistorted noise. Yes, definitely. If you've ever listened to like even the highest quality recordings, it's not just muddy, like you can really hear it.
Like if you have rasp, you're not a power. I'm sorry to say.
Well, you can do power and have some rasp, but it's not your main focus.
If you are emphasizing on rasp, I should say. Yeah. Then you're not a power metal.
So we got symphonic. Now, I'm pretty sure that I was calling this wrong for so long. Symphonic,
yes.
But anyway,
especially within Temptations, I remember distinctly you putting them
Epica,
elsewhere.
I definitely agree with this statement. And Nightwish, for sure. Symphonic metal combines metal with symphonic music, incorporating a diverse collection of string instruments. So, Apocalyptica, I would have to say, should probably go in there.
I would say
for
so,
some of their pieces, but
I would probably say about 40% of their, especially their earlies.
Glam metal, the golden age.
Here we go.
I'll let you take. So here we have Alice Cooper again. Oh, Motley Crue. Okay, did you watch The Dirt? Good movie. I liked it. Movie. Machine Gun Kelly in movies is just it's different.
It's different than, him trying to, we're not going to bring that up.
So I'll let you take this one.
All right, so glam metal is no longer as prominent as it had been back in the 80s, but this is the necessity on the guide to metal subgenres. It remains distinct in part thanks to how much of a product of its times it truly was. And by the way, Did You Mean was marketed the shit out of and still is to this day.
Hell yeah.
Glam metal incorporated glam rock styles and aesthetics into the early metal movement.
Oh, no, everything's okay. I didn't break anything.
I was going to say, you broke everything but your face. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's when you... my NVIDIA inspector's doing something weird, so just continue.
Okay. You take, Black Sabbath and mix in David Bowie, and then you're halfway there. I can agree with that. Depends on what, Black Sabbath you pick from. Depends on what drugs Ozzy was on. But, yeah. So basically, Van Halen, Motley Crue, those are probably going to be your most generic ones that they're going to name.
Yeah.
DNR.
Well, I think Twisted Sister, more hair than glam, but definitely... I feel like there's just such a fine line between hair metal and glam metal.
I feel like most of them are integrated too. The main reason that they're probably two distinctive ones is for comps like Motley Crue, where two of them have wigs and are actually really short hair.
Yeah.
Right? Like Six or Nikki Sixx and
I didn't think Sixx was using a wig. I thought for the longest time through the peak of their career, he actually had natural hair.
Well, through the peak of their career, yeah.
Yeah.
But as time went on,
Also, an important ingredient in glam metal and hair metal, heroin.
Yes.
It's like if you're in it, you're doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
With Nikki Sixx being the poster child.
It's just like in black metal, you always have that one guy with a toque.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to have long hair, eh? And he's usually the drummer.
Oh, speaking of which, I didn't even look at the fucking picture.
Yeah. Everybody's got their long hair for glam metal. But yeah, it's right through 70s, 80s, eh? All this.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got here we go. Black metal, the guy with the toque.
I know, right? That's what I was looking at. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even have to say anything.
Distortion is the name of the game with black metal. Black metal puts a heavy emphasis on extreme noise, shrieked vocals, distorted guitars, and curly fast tempos. Yeah, definitely. Now, there's a lot of bands, and the jury's still out to this, where some people think that black metal... Some of the bands that fall into black metal majority of the time are also nu metal. Yes. Like Slipknot, for example. The jury's still out on that. It's neither here nor there. Yeah, black metal include Dark Throne, Emperor, Immortal, Hellhammer, Venom. Yeah.
Which you're not going to know those first three unless you look for
death metal, which is the majority of the metal you're listening to when you're not having a good day.
Oh yeah.
So you're just ready to just fuck some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
This is again Slayer. That's definitely where I'd rather have Slayer.
Venom,
Arch Enemy, yeah.
Arch Enemy, absolutely. Yeah, but I don't know about Venom. I think Venom stays back in black metal.
Industrial metal. I don't think that this should be a subcategory of itself. Marilyn Manson is just fun. He's just an art show. I've seen him live now. And
so have I.
He's amazing. The dude took a Bible, ripped it in half, and then threw it in the mosh pit. And then all you see is this plume of paper flying through the air. Nine Inch Nails, honestly, not a fan. Rammstein, big fan. Totally sad about the lead singer, though. Hi, kitties.
Sad. That's a sad day.
I know.
But,
we lost some people to COVID, but...
Yeah. And no one is going to know who the fuck KMFDM is. No one is going to know that. I guarantee you. And if you do, prove me wrong and put it in the fucking chat.
Hey,
and,
TB. How you doing? Welcome to the episode 2, my guy.
If you could name it, TB.
Christian metal. I have no hate for Christian metal. Because when I was forced to go to church, I listened to a lot of it. And it's not bad.
Skillet in there?
I don't think Skillet's metal. Skillet's like hard rock.
I feel like some of their songs would classify.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I feel
only
like...
music I listen to is Persona 5.
That's fair. But no, like I feel like Monster by Skillet would definitely classify under it.
Okay, yeah. You saw Demon Hunter. That's a lot of people who don't know that Demon Hunter is Christian metal. A lot of people who don't know.
It's like Demon Hunter. Yeah. They talk about demons, but they talk about the fact that they hunt them. Duh.
That's not the fucking point. That's not the point, you know?
No, but like they're confused as to the name. It's like, oh, a Christian band wouldn't do this.
So, stoner metal. Queens of the Stone Age. Yes or no in stoner metal?
I feel like they didn't have anywhere to put them, so they just slapped them there.
Slap them there, yeah.
Stone Age.
Mastodon, probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who Electric Wizard is.
I agree with that.
Doom metal.
It's kind of like you're laid back, about to zone out.
Hey, nice, it's RJ. It's RJ. How you doing, buddy?
Oh shit.
We got Storm Chaser for life.
Here we go.
Is it like Doom when you're killing demons and the core is okay? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Also, look at that fucking stash, boy. That's the goal.
If you want to pick up the ladies, TB, I'm telling you, this guy right here in the middle.
It's the way to go.
Grow it like that.
You gotta have like the open shirt too.
Like, no, it's not open shirt. They just didn't exist. T-shirts didn't exist.
That's fair.
So nobody wore shirts. It's either button up or jacket. Oh, okay. Okay, bye, TV.
See you, buddy.
Gothic metal, which, I mean, isn't all metal really realistically just gothic?
Yeah, but I guess, you know, for the bands that they're listing for it, I can see
I know you're joking.
It's okay. Their classic, you know? Their own
sludge metal or grunge metal, however you really want to call it, unless they're actually distinguishing the two.
I don't think so.
Alternative metal. I like alternative metal. Alice in Chains. Breaking Benjamin is hard rock.
Whoa.
Hard rock.
Hold on.
Because, like, yes, he does have growl, so I'm using the PC with integrated graphic GPU. Yeah, okay, so fun story. TB, it's not a fun story. TB had a leak in his system yesterday or the day before, and it killed his GPU because the leak came right off the edge of the water block and hit the fingers. I'm actually surprised it didn't take the motherboard with it, but I know that because you're using that riser cable, that's why the short didn't carry through. But that really sucks, man. I'm really sad to see that.
The F's so heavy with this one.
Yeah, Godsmack. Yeah, System of a Down. So I listen to, I guess if you want to fold everybody in the same group, I listen to a lot of alternative metal.
Yeah.
Avant-garde. So this still alive and well, by the way. This whole category.
Still rolling.
Celtic Frost, Boris and Stun. So have we changed Norwegian black metal to avant-garde? Is that what it is now?
I guess, because like I don't see
funk metal. Rage Against the Machine. Funk? Yeah, okay. Because of the bass lines and everything. Yeah. So.
Okay,
$800
I guess
GPU with a $150 water block. Yeah.
Oh boy, you're gonna love the next topic.
Crust punk. Yeah,
There
dude.
you go.
Doom and anime.
I like how they only put the two. That's all you need. That's it. Those are your
new metal.
trademarks.
Okay, so I also listen to an unhealthy level of new metal.
Yeah.
A lot of people would be like, "Well, you're not into metal then if you listen to new metal." But like, look at the bands: Korn, Linkin Park, Papa Roach. Most of my listening group.
Also, people, and here's a very controversial point. People put fucking Chili Peppers on their new metal.
In new metal? Yeah, but people also put Chili Peppers into light rock.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. There some people are just weird. But now with new metal, a lot of people put Slipknot in here. Also, Limp Bizkit is like the poster child of new metal.
Yeah.
And I also listen to a lot of Limp Bizkit because I'm still stuck in 2005. Okay.
I would say.
Don't at me though. Don't at me. So metalcore, yeah. Here we go. Atreyu, Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet for My Valentine. This is all accurate.
This particular section is where you found out what type of high school kid you were gonna be.
You're either this guy in the middle, this guy, or this guy. There is no in between level.
Yeah,
if we ever see like the big emo kids, then you have also that group. But I don't think we're gonna see it. Kawaii Metal or Visual Kai.
Oh god.
I don't mind it. It's not bad.
Didn't we have a Kawaii one?
That we used to listen to? Well, probably. I'm sure we listen to a lot of different stuff. Where does Persona 5 music fit into that? Well, I don't see a video game music category for the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, post metal.
Oh yeah, baby metal, post metal. So are we talking Post Malone?
I literally looked at you I looked at your fucking
I saw
picture
it. I saw that
on my screen like, bruh.
Yeah, it's like, bruh. So we got Isis, Cult of Luna, Pelican. Yeah, I'm actually not familiar with any of those.
Now you are demonetized because you said that.
Oh. I was already demonetized because we don't make any money.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's a good spot to wrap up that conversation because I think that took too long.
A little bit, but hey, this is a passion of ours, alright?
Yeah, we like music. I love music. I still love my drum kit. I can't wait to actually play it again in my new place. So from here, money, we don't like having that here. No, see, this is the poor people zone. We're okay.
Yeah, exactly. We shout out to the ones like barely.
Shout out to the real ones. So, do you want to jump right in on Glassdoor and Hi-Rez?
I feel like I want to do Ubi first.
Ubisoft. Okay, so for those who know and those who don't know, Ubisoft updated their terms of service, and now I'm not seeing it. There it is. But it's not the same in our two countries. So some of the information that I've been seeing from... So I've been watching a lot of this Upper Echelon Gamers channel lately, and he made a video discussing Ubisoft owning your soul. So if you make... Basically, to sum the whole thing up, if you make user-generated content on any of the Ubisoft platforms, they own it. Through and through. They own it. They own you and your likeness. They can put your face on their advertising because you played their game on a platform or made a video or whatever, to sum it up, which is so fucked and should be illegal. I guess it's a private thing, right? So they own it. Like, what are you gonna do? You just basically stop buying Ubisoft products altogether. When was the last time you played a Ubisoft game or bought a Ubisoft product?
Giant Tiger Bin 2010.
Yeah, the last Ubisoft product that I paid for with real money was Assassin's Creed Unity, and it was. I wanted it to be good, but it ran like shit on my PlayStation 4, so...
Why do I have the version in French? Why?
Probably because you have the .fr suffix on the end of it. So if you searched up the Ubisoft terms of service, like Canada, US, you're not going to see the same information here.
I got it.
But... So, what are the conditions applicable to the content that you create, download on our services? So, let's just jump right into this. On certain services, we offer you the possibility of creating content likely to be original and or free of rights. No. First off, if I make original content using your game, it's not free of rights. You can't use it. Unless you're reacting to it. But then again, that's a fucking blurry line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real fine line there between what can or should be done.
Using the tools and, where applicable, if applicable, the content that we make available to you in certain services. Publish this user-generated content by means of the services, blah, blah, blah. See, this is where, like, this whole paragraph is not the same paragraph that you're going to see on the U.S. Terms of Service.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
The right to represent and diffuse user-generated content, if I can speak English, in all places accessible to the public and in private places by any means or process. I'm looking for the main one that was talking about, like, they can use your face. They can take the picture of you.
Yeah, that was fucked.
The right to exploit user-generated content and products integrated in user-generated content, namely, in particular, the right to use and exploit all parts. So basically, they can use every second of a video that you had their game in.
Like, if you produce a banger, stream.
Yeah.
And
you're playing, like, anything Ubisoft, so Rainbow Six Siege, for example, or something. I actually don't. Do they make Siege? No, I don't think so. No, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, shit game, but anyway.
Shit, no. I would say it's more toxic.
I wanted it to be good. I was excited. I saw that. I was like, that's going to be my new first-person shooter. And then I played it, and it was garbage.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy it.
I don't know. I've had a love-hate relationship with it. I've been playing since season 1, so it's been, like, let's just say, first of all, Warden, fucking useless. But
yeah, I've heard the Warden is just no reason it needs to actually exist.
My glasses on. Oh, look, I'm dead because they shot in the throat. What the fuck are you doing? But that also makes it funny to shit on America for it. Because it's like, so, that's basically
11.4, in all cases, any use by you for commercial purposes of any terms and condition is strictly prohibited. Excuse me? This is like Nintendo. Okay. Where they used to take down everybody's video. They had gameplay of Nintendo games on YouTube. And then they made that program where it's like, well, you could join the creator program where we'll take half your... Show me where I can subscribe, please. I hope one day we get the button. I know, TV. I know you're excited. I'm excited for it, but we'll get the button one day. And then you'll be like, boom, that button. I can click on it. But you can subscribe to YouTube, to both of us, and then you're good to go. But I think you already did, so it's okay.
Did you do something to me? Damn.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I hope so. Arts for TV.
Yeah, so you were personally responsible for the creation, use, and publication within the framework of the services and content. But we're going to use all your shit for free and not even give you credit. They don't even have to credit you.
Wow.
Realm Royale, it had so much potential and they never update. It's so full of bugs.
Oh, hey, hold on to that thought. I've got some shit for you. So hold on to that, RJ.
What the heck? If I go
TB
Nightbot,
I'm hurt.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it on this one. Anyway, I have a command for him actually, and then there's also. Oh, I do actually need to sign back into Nightbot because I turned it off when I was playing normal games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do the thing that we failed to do last time?
Which thing did we fail to do last time?
Search bar.
Search bar. What do you mean search bar?
Certain things that may or may not have slipped.
Oh no, it's the timers. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. No, I haven't handled it. That's why I'm not using new tabs. Mixed it. It is enabled. Okay, well, what the fuck? Anyway, whatever.
Is there a command that's supposed to happen? Yeah, it is. What the fuck? I see that.
Yeah, there is a command that's supposed to happen. But I guess it hasn't done it yet. Whatever.
Or maybe like the activation of the command hasn't happened. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
On topic.
Back to this. So you took like intro to law, right? So you get the cut and dry. Basically, they're trying to screw people over who are playing Ubisoft games and making content playing those games. No, he's not live right now because we can't split his camera into two feeds for Discord and for Twitch. And Twitch doesn't exactly have an easy interface for that. Hello, Volk.
No, it doesn't.
Welcome.
Also, if we were to do that, then I would suffer a copyright infringement because me and him aren't formal partners.
No, I think you'd be fine on Twitch. Because see, people do it all the time. Like they'll be doing shared streams all the time on Twitch. I think it's okay.
Okay, because YouTube, I know it does that.
YouTube flagged it because my logo's on it.
Yeah, like it sent him the flag even though he's like named in it and linked and shouted. It's dumb. It's dumb shit.
Gotta love YouTube. Gotta love YouTube's algorithm.
Absolutely. But anyway, to go to this, Ubisoft basically states through what I've skimmed through here, mostly sections 9 and 10 because they mention it a lot and they want to continually mention it. So sections 9 and 10, it shows where please note Ubisoft makes no guarantees or warranties about your services. So that is their scapegoat right there.
Yeah, Section so basically they're gonna ban you and then they're gonna use your face in advertising.
Yes, because they can sit there and when they ban you, you forfeit all of your content.
Called one for the boys.
Banned. So then Section 10 is, for those of you who don't know what indemnify is, which is a fucking hard word to say when you're drinking, by the way.
Indemnify.
And M&M's
hey,
and put some M&M in her M&M.
Welcome to the stream, kitty cat.
Hey, welcome. But I love that cat.
Oh, she loves the attention she gets on Twitch too. She's fine.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
But always an attention whore, no matter what you're doing.
Oh, she's not gonna say that about my cat.
I said attention whore. I didn't say lovable attention whore.
And then
right?
the other cat, the fat one, is sleeping in the window right now.
Of course, the window's like its claimed throne.
Yeah, I know he's got a little rug in front of it too that he sleeps on.
So section 10 here is just how do I shorten it? So, like,
section 10.
You show
what are the intellectual property rights attached to the service contract?
So like basically, you can't talk shit about them, even if they ban you. So, like, that's what 9 and 10 is. It's literally a scapegoat with private protections, whereas even if they banned you, you were still under the obligation to not talk shit about them in other content because they have your number.
Yeah. So,
that is
what we're basically telling you guys from this point forward is just don't support Ubisoft.
It's like... Pow!
Yep. Game over. Game over, Ubisoft. EA was first. I haven't bothered with EA products at all. I will not be talked down to or belittled by a game studio and then expected to purchase your product.
I will also not fuck with Plants vs. Zombies. Should have been in there, but you know.
I know. I forget that they also make tiny things too, but... Okay, so... Sony is also abusing the hell Ubisoft / EA. Fuck you guys. Yeah. Sony abuse of the DMCA reporting system, and it's fucking horrible. It is rampant. These guys are like, Sony did one good thing in this last week, and that was to delay the PlayStation 5 party so that other voices could be heard. Good on you for that. But this shit right here is not acceptable. You're making a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
All for the sake of what? Points?
Bonus points.
Gotta get those virtue signal points. Gotta get them. Gotta get them. Anyway, so some of the guys that the main like all these videos of like Sony's just going crazy, taking down videos. They've done this before. They did this with No Man's Sky when the leak came out.
Oh,
they are just like misfiring all over the place with a minigun. They were just shooting wild, and they're doing it again. But this time, if you fight the claim, if you fight the DMCA claim, where did that guy's video go? What did they do with it? I guess I lost it. Halloween candy tier list. Anyway, so there was a guy. He's just like his YouTube channel's Just Some Guy. That's what it's called. Just Some Guy. So Sony took down his video. He fought the claim. Video went back up, and then within like 2 hours, they took the video down again.
Yep.
Even though YouTube clearly acknowledged that this is not copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
And they took it down again. So he's basically planning to take them to court, like class action.
Yeah, like you can't just, because you don't like it, you can't just do it.
Yeah, because people hate your product, they're allowed to vocalize the fact that they hate your product.
Like, freedom of speech on the internet is like one of the biggest things that you just can't take away.
But the problem is there's so many countries that don't have freedom of speech, like the UK. You'll go to prison for hate speech.
Mm-hmm. So you just like go outside the border and you're fine. But
oh, this is kind of funny. Like... Naughty Dog DMCA's themselves.
Oh no!
Like when you're shooting so wild that you totally mess the whole thing up.
Oops.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so
let's be real. Like for games like The Last of Us, I loved the first one. All right, don't get me wrong. When they came out with the remaster, I pretty much just screamed everywhere. Okay, so it's just
the remaster wasn't even that much of a remaster though.
No, but like graphically and for smooth content gameplay, and then they added in The Last of Us Remastered, they added 2 modes. Okay, so they added like an online battle royale type deal, or not battle royale. I should say it's more of like a siege match than anything. But you still craft. And
yeah, you probably would, TB. Probably would.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with him. He would. But they added that mode. It was super cool because like you still got crafting. You still could do every single like it worked with the controls and it didn't try to make a separate game.
Yeah.
And then, pardon me, they had the a little mini story of the I'm blanking on her name.
Ellie.
The Ellie. There we go.
Like from the first game.
Yes.
Yeah, Ellie.
Yes. They made her a backstory with her best friend from the Fireflies. Right. Like that's where you're introduced to the woman that shows who Ellie is and that they have to smuggle her out of the city in the actual story. They show the background of her and her best friend and how she got those marks and hasn't died.
Yeah.
So like that was super cool.
So you don't play The Last of Us for online. Let's be honest here. You're playing it for that in-depth story. And The Last of Us 1 was good. The Last of Us 2 needed to also be good, but so far from what we've seen, it's gonna be just a fucking disastrous mess of a story.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm looking at it, and I
don't care that the female protagonist looks like a man. I don't care. It's the fact that she's poorly written and she just beats the shit out of a guy with a golf club for basically no apparent reason.
Yeah, that to me shows poor character development.
Yeah.
Like
now, if they change it and the game is still good, I'll probably play it because I played the first one and I liked it. But you know, gotta have them strong female characters.
Like,
I played GT Online, but my PC fired GPU. Yeah, that really really sucks. Dead GPUs, man.
F.
So, like you said, Corsair in email, right? About that discussion. Speaking of Corsair, I got my RAM replacement from my broken RAM kit that I got. And it was all good. Now, Material.net can still lick my ball sack because you're a bad store and you tried to use consumer level product replacement as a business. And you're not allowed to do that.
Nope.
So, and I'm getting this kit. And I haven't even opened the kit yet. Like, I have it's still in the box. I have no reason to open it because I already have the RAM kits that I need. So I'm probably just going to sell this one. Yeah, they have great customer service. They're really fast. So I sent the damaged RAM kit last week, Monday, and I got this like 3 days ago. So it went to the Netherlands and then made the full cycle and came back. They shipped the same day they got my kit. It was really fast.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, it's going to be like 2 to 4 day turnaround. I was like, nah, it wasn't even that bad. Because like I usually don't count weekends anyway as shipping time. But anyway, so that's the conclusion to that story with Material.net. I definitely hope so too, because if it's their block, right, they're going to have to be like, oh crap, our block leaked and killed the GPU.
Oh, if we're going back to...
Oh, the quartering was hit with 21 DMCA claims. So, yeah, I like Jeremy from the quartering. He's a fun guy. I watched him way back in the day when he was MTG headquarters, before he got banned and all that stuff, and changed all the marketing to Unsleeve Media, and the quartering was his main channel. But yeah, so 21. That guy gets hit with more claims and harassment than most people who claim they're getting harassed.
Yeah. And I don't think he even claims he gets harassed often. I think it was just the one time where he was just like, I can't make a single fucking thing.
Dude, if they don't compensate you, we're all going to blow that shit up. You got to make a hell of a story. Send that everywhere. Yeah, like Corsair makes leaky water blocks and kills GPUs. Not to mention it was their branded riser cable too, right? The Corsair branded riser cable.
So it's like they got to do something, otherwise, you know.
They got to do something. I was going to make them look real fucking bad. Real fucking bad.
We're going to blow this shit up.
Wait, anyway, so
from a direct quote, right?
Oh, it wasn't the Corsair one? It looked like the Corsair one. Like, because it's got the individual strand sleeves.
Well, that's no bueno. Now we can't make that. We just did a whole spiel for nothing. God damn it, PP. So for The Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
For the copyrights and everything, they have a bunch of quotes here, and I'm not sure that they needed to. So the first videos have been pulled from YouTube and Reddit by Sony, citing copyright concerns, but other versions are still being linked elsewhere. What other versions are you talking about? Because first of all, there is only those ones you can find on YouTube. I haven't been able to find a single other version.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to know where these other alternative versions are, because that will shed some light on maybe this isn't what we're seeing. Maybe it's just some sort of gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, discussion on social media is now rife on what the plot points mean for the game.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna pull shit out of thin air based off of user
Doesn't she... I believe the new female protagonist is supposed to like kill Ellie or something, right? Like beat her to like the brink of death or something like that.
First of all, you kill Ellie and you lose your fan base.
Yeah, I mean, we were all hoping that story of her and Joel were just gonna continue, because apparently at the beginning of the game, like you get some of that bonding time again. Like they're just hanging out, you know, surviving this post-apocalyptic world, and then you get beat to death with a golf club.
Yeah, dumb as shit. But speaking of which, though,
Corsair does make a riser cable. They have the riser cable. They have the riser bracket for the other cases that don't have it. Corsair makes a lot of shit.
Got their shit covered. Corsair's got their shit covered. Like they usually are pretty good about.
But I totally see manufacturer defects happen, and they recognize that it happened. So I got RAM. you should get a new GPU and block.
That's just how it should work.
It's another reason I'm using air cooling still to this day, though, because I'm just, I don't want to have leak all over it again.
Leak. So back to that. Sorry. Basically, in the DLC where they show Ellie's backstory, you are playing Ellie. Mm-hmm. Joel is like fucking. He's in a coma basically. he's just out. He's out for the count for like until you get meds or some shit from the abandoned mall.
Yeah.
Which, sorry for spoilers, but I mean it's been out for years now.
There's the co-host one. I see it.
Finally.
Oh, it's your Twitch, not your YouTube. Oh, bloody hell. It's the same point. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter.
I mean, the podcast is on YouTube, not Twitch, so it does kind of matter. But yeah. So when they give that whole new interactive thing, obviously Joel was able to knock a zombie out with like 2-3 punches, whatever. When you play as Ellie, you have zero fucking potential for physical combat, so you have to be like super scarce with every fucking resource you have available.
Well, doesn't she have like a stealth boost or something because she's smaller?
She does. She has like
because I watched some gameplay of just someone just playing as Ellie and crawling around and hiding behind shit.
Yeah, like she has an easier time when it comes to stealth operations. But when it comes to anything to do with combat, she suffers so heavy. Like, I remember I was just seeing for the shits and giggles. I saved beforehand, so, I wouldn't have to fucking restart the whole thing. But to fight 2 regular-ass zombies, you're almost dead just by throwing punches.
Yeah.
You're like 1-2 health bar hits from max. And boom, that's it. That's 2 zombies. Now imagine if it was the fucking the Screecher or anything else there, you just would have died. You just would have been dead. You cannot fight melee with her.
Well, and the scarcity of ammunition too. You can't just be going like I got really good at like making headshots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's another thing too, is that like in with the DLC, they did a really good job at making sure you had to do things according to plan or you got fucked over.
Yeah.
Like, you had to use your brain on what move was next. Otherwise, not only are you wasting time, but you're also limited for, what's it called? Fucking the spawning in if you make a wrong move. I don't know what that's called, but
I can have an all Corsair system. Corsair would end up spending so much money. Like, if Corsair had a GPU, it would probably just be a board partner GPU, right? So they have their own Corsair cooler on like a reference 3080 or something, or whatever. Mm-hmm. CPUs, on the other hand, I don't think Corsair's in the... Like, the fact that we still only have 2 companies in the modern era, like, why? Why can't we have more variety? I want to have more options. I need like 3 or 4 CPU options. See, but that leads us in to gamer entitlement, and people thinking they need more, right?
Oh man, I think that we should do our little top up.
Man, I got my segues on point, and this guy's just like, no, we're not gonna do that right now.
I mean, we're an hour in. It's the only time we should.
Okay. Well, let's.
Also, my drinky poo is almost done.
Well, my drink's still kind of full, so I'm just sipping slow.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have chugged mine. Whoops.
Oops. Don't get wasted now. I want a middle ground between AMD and Intel.
I haven't for like the past.
That would be.
Days, so.
Well, okay. What if AMD was the middle ground, and then you'd had an option behind AMD? You know.
That could work.
So we have like the ultra budget solution, like ARM processors, for example. If ARM made an x86 or whatever, and then AMD filled the middle ground with Ryzen, and then Intel filled the high end of gaming, and then you had your professional grade, so your Threadrippers and your X299s, all in the same field there at the highest end. I don't even count Xeons as high end anymore because you can't overclock them. Well, some you could, but most of them you can't. But if you need ECC memory, then you have to go with a Xeon. It's your only option until they put like ECC support on like an i9 or something. I don't see that happening for Intel. But at the same time, the Mac Pro system behind me has ECC memory, and it has fucking kernel panics all the damn time, so I don't think it really helps. Yeah, basically, so you gotta get the fastest single-threaded and multi-threaded load you can get at the fastest clock speeds, and then you're good to go. But anyway.
Oh boy, my buddy just asked, what the fuck is a podcast?
What is a podcast? It's like a radio show with a video.
Yeah, it's like a interactive radio show with a camera.
Okay, so do you watch Devin Nash at all? This guy, Devin Nash.
Not frequently.
This guy's smart. He understands the platforms. I watch a lot of his content along with like Alpha Gaming and stuff. They're just talking about how all this shit works together and makes the best like content you can make. It's just gonna turn it down on the. It's two dudes talking about controversial shit. Yeah, but we're also trying to tiptoe around the most controversial of things.
Twitch that's gonna sort of phase out in the next like 2 or 3 years, and there's nothing that can.
Oh, the Twitch Safety Council one.
No. Well, he did one on the Twitch Safety Council, but he's basically talking about. So there's an entire group of the top 5% of streamers who are just going to be gone in the next 2-3 years because they're going to be irrelevant because they're not changing their content at all. Like, they're not doing better to develop themselves. It's basically what he's talking about in this video. And the biggest issue with that is because they're getting greedy. You know, you have entitlement. You have this, well, I'm such and such streamer with, 2,000 subscriptions a month, and I have an average of 100,000 viewers. I should have say or pull. You should just worship me, that kind of shit. You have people like Bad Bunny, who hasn't developed new content in forever, shaming the hell out of her viewers and be like, why can't you subscribe? It's $5. So we're gonna watch the clip.
How did my whole speech about how I need subs and to keep the stream going if you like the content, blah blah blah, how that results in 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month.
Lady, I wouldn't give you any dollars a month. You're boring. Accept it.
How do you have hours of time to watch me?
I have hours of time to watch Twitch because I can. Flat out. That's just how it is. If you have hours in a day, free time to yourself, you go to work, you come home. What do you want to do? You just want to sit, chill, hang out, relax. I don't necessarily want to just hand people money. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole idea of streaming being a job is so new. Insert clip of Loki saying he is a god. Exactly. I'm a god. I have an army. Well, we have a Hulk. That kind of thing. This idea of streaming and content creation becoming a job is new. So people need to understand that not everybody's on board with like you should be making money playing video games all day. There's a lot of people who still don't support that, which is dumb. I guess they're entitled to do so. It's a free world, right?
Yeah, but it's still dumb. It's like, why do you make videos on working on your car then?
Well, exactly. Like, if you've ever watched that movie Second Skin that was about World of Warcraft, that one guy makes a very valid statement. He's like, if I'm going to spend 16 hours a day playing World of Warcraft, but you're spending 16 hours a day working on a car or drinking 8 beers a night after work, you know, it's all up to you, whatever your preference is to do. But, you know, donation shaming people and e-begging, I give money to people I like. This made me like you less. Now you definitely get my money. Well, there you go. It's up to you, you know. If I, being a tiny streamer, was like, give me money, I demand your money because I'm entitled to it. You're not gonna give me a goddamn thing. You're gonna laugh at my fucking face and
you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
It's not up to me. I can't be like, hey, I see your bank account, give me money. You know, there's people who can make $2.30 stretch for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I know people who could do it. It's incredible. You know, people are in different situations in life. And when you act like this, like a dickhead, you're ruining it for everybody else because you're giving everyone. Can I even afford to fucking give you money right now? No, you have to buy a new GPU. But exactly, like I am on Twitch because it's fun. It's a hobby. I have a day job, and that's not going to change anytime soon. I like my career. I like what I do. I don't see the button. I don't have the button yet because we're having. It's slow going. It's slow growth. This is how it is. But even then, I don't think that. Personally, I don't think I'd want people to subscribe because I can't always guarantee a consistent schedule. Because if I am on a job site really far away, my evenings are going to be cut really short for the drive home.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
that's the thing with me too. So
well, yeah, in construction, it's much harder to keep a consistent schedule because for example, if I end up working out of town, I'm not necessarily going to take my little portable studio with me to work out of town. Plus, I'm going to be working like 16-hour days.
Yeah, so it's just like, what really are you going to get out of it afterwards?
Yeah. So I want to try a different system. If we get to a point where people are giving donations, I want to have... I don't give a shit, exactly. Well, I got to design some emotes first. But I want to like have this little... So if you donate, you can see that... So if there's a game that people want unanimously to see me play, so that money for the month on Twitch is going to go into that game. We're going to play that game, you know? I think that's what I want to do. That's what I've been leaning toward because I don't need the income. That's not the point for me. So if people are going to donate and support the channel, the money will just stay in the channel. I'm not going to be out there buying a Porsche or a Ferrari or $9 million mansion, you know?
If you ever bought a Porsche, I would smack you upside the head.
I'd rather buy a Civic Type R than a Porsche.
Yeah, I'd rather you be a racer than
and
a
not $5. I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch?
I would say that Bad Bunny, one of the fucking most piss off streamers I've ever seen. Like, just pisses me right off whenever I look at one of her videos.
Oh, it's cringy. It's
no
cringy.
No matter what video you're looking at, she's always hinting at wanting more money and not creating any content.
The thing is, so she's got some kind of degree in something. She had a career that she left to do Twitch. And now, because she's been doing the same content for like 4 years, now she's been going down. You can look at her Social Blade. It's just a drop. But then when all these clips come out, right, there's a spike and then there's a drop again. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Invader V. The other thing that I've noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say something very brave and controversial.
Oh boy.
You know this meme. Anyway, a lot of them are female that are doing this shit. This e-begging nonsense. And some people are like, well, it's Findom. It's Findom. That's what they're doing. I see no evidence of this being Findom at all. Because it just happened one day. Like, this is not old. If they were doing that the whole time, it would totally make more sense. But because it just happened, and now that's all they're doing. You know, and this is the same person who watches YouTube videos with an ad blocker on and then is asking you for money.
Yeah.
How do I call in? You don't, you fucking non-subbing fucking poor.
We're watching it.
You don't.
They did.
Everyone who is here for the first time is like, hey, I've never done anything for you, and I just met you, but can I call in and talk to you? Why are you so special? Who are you?
You're talking to me?
See, when she calls her fans fucking poor.
Like, it's so insulting because you don't know that they're poor. You don't know that they're poor. They could just be having a rough time. You know,
And
maybe they lost their job. They're in
insulting
between jobs, whatever the
fans
situation is.
It's not like degradation sex. You don't get better afterwards.
No, it just gets
Alright,
worse
honey.
because you feel shittier later. You're like, oh man,
Like-
I'm so happy that I gave $20 to the streamer who just, you know, belittled me in front of thousands of people. You know, it doesn't make you feel good. If a PC worth more than your life, TB, whoa. It's true though. You know, she's got these. She's just got this fucking attitude that makes me crazy. And you know what? There is a guy who's doing it too. And some of you may know him. His name is DSP or Darkside Phil. He's a fucking notorious e-beggar. This dude legitimately is like, I need to make my mortgage payment, so you guys gotta donate. That's that's not what donations are for.
Donations are for liking content that you think is creative, original, and supports the streamer.
Well, and you're supposed to keep the money in the channel. So buying games, getting a different microphone, or not necessarily buying graphics cards, because like I see people like a donation for the new GPU. Yeah. That's enjoyment for you, not the stream.
Like, upgrading your channel is what donations are for.
So, like,
that's
paying artists on Fiverr or something to make you transitions, logos, overlays, that kind of shit. You know, maybe even for me personally, I would even put a little bit into it to, like, lynda.com just to get better at Photoshop, doing whatever. Something that improves your content for your stream and for your viewers.
Because what it's supposed to be is just like any business cycle. You make money, you put it into the business. That's exactly what this is for. That's what it's supposed
Capture card is okay. Titan RTX isn't. Exactly, TB. Exactly.
Use that and be able to make the payment that I owe, or the payments that I owe.
See, when
first off, this dude, where does he live? $1,800 a month? Did you get an 8% interest rate on your mortgage? Holy Christ.
Fucking
I'm basically in a situation where everything I've worked for this year is probably not going to be able to happen. And
when he calls out the dog, I think
it's
where you realize
more than
it's
likely
pretty bad.
The next step would be people will try to start suing me for money,
and
like that's not an us problem. What you did here, Phil, not an us problem. Nobody cares. If you made bad financial moves, bad financial decisions, you know, spending $1,500 a month for rent. Yeah, I'm somewhere in the ballpark of under 1,000. So, but I have a tiny apartment. But we did just buy a new apartment, which has approximately the same price, but is much bigger. And I'm gonna have a much bigger space in a year when it's finished being built. So we have a year to look forward to the new space, which is gonna be nicely painted. I think I'm gonna put the logo on the wall. I think I'm gonna paint the logo on the wall. Maybe if I get a different logo, maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
But that's going to be super exciting.
Maybe paint a canvas and hang it, but
well, that too. It depends.
Don't be
dumb.
I
don't think this logo. This logo is a placeholder, but if maybe I'll pay some designer on Fiverr or something make me a new logo. I'll put it behind me or something. You know.
I was gonna say just in case Buddy actually comes in here. Oh man, that's a lot of work to click that link. Fuck you, man.
Which guy?
A buddy of mine that I play on Xbox with.
I would get an actual logo. Yeah, I'm currently everything I've designed myself. So this is all me just sitting around poking around on Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to get newer stuff, but again, it takes time. Plus I gotta find an art style that I really like to go with, you know. Anyway, so Bad Bunny, DSP, and Invader fucking V. This chick, if you want to see smug entitlement, this lady, man.
Or if, in mine and Cody's case here, if you want to see a blast from the past with extra steps.
Yeah. If you want to just give yourself cancer, this is a good way to do it. I can
see her as this person now, and it sucks.
Yeah, just change the hair color, put the tape her face onto her, and you got the exact person we're talking about.
All right.
Yeah, this face she's making right now. This is the face of processing that someone doesn't have a job, and so the money they have goes to bills first, and not her first. Look at that! Like, did you see the gears short-circuiting in there? Things are skipping. Is a small fire happening? Everyone's panicking.
Yeah. It's $5. It's really
terrible.
It's $5. That's not the fucking point. No, it's all optional. 100% optional across the board.
Like,
if you quit your job to do Twitch all day, that was a risky move. You should have weighted that move better.
Yep.
All three of them combined.
Like, Twitch,
true though.
Or YouTube subscriptions,
or
Mixer,
Twitch,
Mixer.
YouTube gaming, Facebook gaming.
Anything.
All of it is 100% optional.
You are not like the end all be all of this person's fucking life and day and times or whatever. Like this is not something. It's not like, you know, a grocery store that if you don't fucking have it, well, you're shit out of luck for 90% of the people in this world.
And there's people like Pokimane who are going bankrupt to give her like $500 a month, and she doesn't care. She's just like, oh well, that's super nice of you. Like no. Like there's got to be some kind of healthy donation habitry that needs to be put in place.
Right?
It's like, hey, we noticed you gave away $2,000 this month. Maybe you want to slow down. You know, like
I know you like, and this is also going to be a risky topic. I know you like titty streamers, but let's be real. Why not just sign up for Pornhub free? Like, just save yourself money. I'm sure she's on there too.
You know, probably. Honestly, like
if for people who like rely on an income online, tend to branch out to other networks.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. This network, right?
It has nothing to do with a shame or anything. There is no shame. You're trying to make money. I get it.
I support you. Make that paper, but don't expect it. Never expect it, because you need to lower the bar.
Yeah, the more you expect out of people, the less they're gonna give you.
Yeah, like
expectations.
Like I've met people who are like, oh, I want to go on Twitch. I'm gonna make $100,000. You've already failed because you expected to be big.
Also, you know? I just want to point out with her video, like these ones here, the clips in viewers and ratings as you scale up quadruple from unemployed to the entitled streamer, because that's how bad it is. That's how bad you have sunk.
Well, because this clip, this one, the entitled streamer clip, everybody saw this one. Everybody clip grabbed it and put it in their YouTube video.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Like, once you, like, yeah, you got the views for that, honey. Hey, there he is. There's that fuck.
Really
I told you it'd be easy.
Or how much money you have.
She says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you make. But for her, it matters. And this is the same person who searches people's LinkedIn to see what kind of person you are that's donating to her. Like, why the f do you care? Why do you give a shit? If they're supporting you, just, you know, accept it. Be gracious. Thank you, people, for giving me money. You know, be nice.
I really gotta like stop looking at this chick, because otherwise
you're gonna get fucking mad, aren't you?
That's
really I am. Like, it's already sinking in that like.
If it
Stop.
costs
I just
$20
can't.
to sub,
even if it costs $20 a month. Okay, let's say Twitch subscriptions do cost $20 a month. Her fucking argument here of
$20 is quite a bit.
let's just listen to it.
$20 is you can get a full meal for.
Where are you eating that you're paying $20 a month all the time to eat, or $20 a meal, like per meal? Dude, McDick's value picks, man. $3. You got fries, burger, drink, go. Come on, it's all about how much food you're getting for the price. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, and like the quality of the food comes in the aftermath. But like,
and eating a meal is in that $20. Like that's where it is.
But for some people, for example, people who are unemployed and are currently living on like welfare, or are unemployed and have nothing except their savings, you know, that $5 is their meal. You can eat for $5 a day. You could do that. You can eat for less than that a day if you eat just rice and pasta and stuff.
Yeah, or like when you find those rare ass sales that happen probably twice a year on pasta for
pasta and flour. You just buy it in bulk, right?
10 for $5. That's basically it at like a Shoppers or some shit.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, shit, I got 20 in my storage because of that.
That's a lot of pasta.
It is. Like, but hey, I ain't going without.
You know, like, so we buy a lot of pasta too, because on the days that we're not cooking or we don't feel like, you know, doing much of anything, we just make pasta. It's fine.
It's like,
you know, but again, for a lot of people, like college kids, let's talk about college kids in the United States and in Canada, because how much money do you realistically have when your tuition is $20,000 and then you have like $80K in student debt and you work part-time, right?
Yeah, it's not,
and you have to pay for a dorm because you live out of state.
Oh, that was the biggest piss off, is because so at one point in my life I had to go
don't claw my chair
and live in my fucking car. I ain't gonna get into it otherwise.
Put your tail down, young lady.
But
nobody wants to see that.
I was also working full-time overnights, managing a restaurant, a fast food joint. Don't get your hopes up. It wasn't that classy yet. No, Timmy's.
Oh, that's right. You worked at Timmy's for a little while.
Yeah, and then going to university full-time as well, for law and psychology. Which, by the way, that alone first year was $10K just for the fucking initial payment.
Yeah,
I paid it off because I fucking risked it all to pay it off right away. Thankfully, I did. If you don't do that, you're fucked.
I totally agree with you, King
10,
Heartless.
20 years.
I totally agree with you. Hot chick plus a bunch of perverts, edgelords, incels, whatever you want to call them, equals money. It's just how it is. It is definitely how it is. My biggest concern is when people like Alinity and Amaranth consistently break toss. Simps, exactly. All the time. And they're not banned, or they have to ask to be banned for 24 hours because the mods are busy jerking off.
Literally. Like, and you know what? I wouldn't doubt if the mods just posted like jerk off videos.
Like, there are platforms and websites that you can go to do that, and you are more than welcome to go to those platforms to do exactly that.
We even talked.
Twitch
about
is not the place.
Types of sites, like last time on the fucking open season.
Yeah.
Like, there's these sites made for you if you just want to sit there with your tits out and game.
Yeah, totally. It's totally up to you. But no, they do it on Twitch because they're not pedophiles. Because Twitch isn't for kids. Just make it OnlyFans? Well, they have those too, though. They have them too.
It's just...
Yeah, but have you seen some of the Twitch mod people? I don't think that's happening for them.
No. I don't think these people can get up out of their chair rather than, you know, actually be able to function for a woman or a dude, depending on what they like.
So, like, some of them totally already do, because they you know, in the panels, are like, sub to this, and this. You know, pretty sure OnlyFans is in that category.
Like, even, and I'm gonna
or their premium Patreons. You know, their diamond tier Patreons.
Like, even people that I enjoy watching their cover songs, or something like Lauren Babbitt, for example. Love her covers, alright? you go look in the thing, and there's an OnlyFans there. There's, all this other shit, Patreon, stuff like that, because you need multiple outlets if you do online.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot stick to one as a small fry.
Well, yeah, because you'll end up either burnt out, or you'll lose it all because the platform dies.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's called diversification of income.
Yeah, and so it's just like,
and it's smart. It is a good idea.
You have to be able to adapt to that kind.
Well, see, so that's the thing. A lot of people claim that new streamers, like just your friend here, King Heartless.
Yeah.
A lot of people claim that new streamers don't bring people to the platform. You just brought a person to the platform.
Yeah, a very stubborn.
You just negated their whole freaking argument.
Yeah, and I tell you, my friend is stubborn because he is. He's very old school, but
yeah.
But I'm glad you joined. Thank you, by the way. And yes, I know that fuck you was coming. I knew it was. But
no, we do appreciate the support though. Just hanging out with us, watching, chatting. We definitely appreciate it.
He's like, when are you gonna come game? And I was like, well, you could watch this instead.
And then we can game later. We could play later.
Yeah, we could game later. Like, I'll even hop on like World of Warships if you want, and I don't fucking do that often.
But anyway, back to her $5 thing. Fuck all of you, no hard feelings. Don't worry, TB. The feeling's mutual.
What if I want hardened feelings?
What if?
Okay.
What if so I'm at the end of a month and I have $5.
Mm.
And I either A, have to put a few liters of gas in the car, B, eat some food, or C, buy a sub for this lady. Guess what? Food and gas are getting it.
Fucking window.
I'm yeeting you straight out of my fucking follow box because this is not happening.
But a sub is $5.
It's $5. Okay, the sub is $5.
$5.
First off, it's like, during a goddamn pandemic. How many people were out of work during a pandemic? You don't know when you're gonna go back to work either.
See, I'm self-employed. I do pretty fucking essential work. People need homes. And I was still, like, barely out of, like, just able to work maybe twice a week.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't allowed out of my house for 2 months. I could not go outside.
Like, people that actually, like, do something that is for the community even are almost out of work. Or barely struggling to get work. And a lot of people who are in, like, actual companies that, like, construction companies, drywalling and stuff.
Get a job, pay your bills, get this $5 footlong Subway, eat fresh. Oh, dude.
All right, so clearly you've gone way too far into the internet already.
In France, they have Subway, right? But they don't have $5 footlongs.
Nope.
They don't actually have any of, like, the coupon deals or any of the nice pricing for the Subway.
Which is kind of funny. I like how North America makes it so that all of those things only exist there.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, Domino's is really cheap here, though.
Yeah, like your Domino's prices, I'm fucking jealous of. Like, I looked.
Because you can get a one-topping medium pizza for $5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, this man is American. America.
This is America.
I can't remember. I think he's in Tennessee. I think so. But
maximum.
Yeah.
In whatever your currency is.
He's America.
So. First off, I don't know because I haven't looked in Canadian currency, but it's funny she mentions currency, whatever the maximum in your currency is. The Canadian dollar is shit, so a sub is probably $10.
Yeah, like, give or take.
If it's $5 US, it's double in Canadian and Australian.
Yeah, it's like it comes up to like $8.70.
Yeah, okay.
For Canadian.
Another thing too, say you watch a lot of Twitch, but you also play World of Warcraft. And you're also unemployed because you live in your parents' basement. Because let's be honest here. That's probably the reality for a lot of people. Are you giving her $5 or are you getting your World of Warcraft subscription?
Duh.
I'm getting the WoW subscription. Like, it's just how it is.
Yeah. Like, I could literally ask my roommate if it was between a WoW subscription or somebody you...
It doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10. Fucking, that is not the reality.
Sorry, TV.
I have a room in my parents' house. That's okay. I used to live in my mom's house too. It's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Do what you like. My mom let me stay for as long as I possibly wanted to have money for a place. It was fine.
That was probably the best thing I could say, though. Like
don't. Well, yeah. Well,
so, but we all know that's me and you know that story. So
that's a messy situation, but
if you don't have $10,
yeah, it's just like for those that can stay at your parents' place, don't ever give in to the pressure of people and calling you down on it.
Yeah, like
stay there. You're gonna come out better than they do.
Whatever your financial situation is your own business. And that's just,
so like
the thing is, here you are mandated to be in the dorms for a while, but Corona. Yeah, see, like what do you, if you're stuck in your dorm, you can't go to class, or if you were away from school because you were visiting family and then lockdown happened, you can't even go back to your dorm, but you're paying for a dorm. What are you gonna do? Like, what's plan B, right? For most people, it's nothing, because like who really considered a pandemic was happening?
A ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really.
Oh boy. Well, I don't even think we're gonna get an intermission on this one. I think we're just going straight through.
I think we're just powering right through it. And then, so we had the Untitled streamer. She's shaming everybody for not having $10 because nobody works enough. But this lady's here sitting in a pillow fort, not doing anything. Does she play games, or does this is all the clips I see? She's just sitting in this pillow fort.
I think she's exactly the reincarnation of the person we were thinking of, and doesn't really do much about.
And she doesn't do nothing either.
Or she runs things that she thinks.
But
she knows
every clip, it's like this. This is what we're dressed as. Got to get that money. Got to get that simp money. Got to get them simp bucks.
Yeah, like, let me put on.
It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. But then she puts out this fucking scripted apology because she's not looking at you. She's looking at a screen with a script on it.
Which I think is fucking hilarious. It's like, come on, if you're gonna fake an apology, at least fucking look at the camera.
Like, you can fake apologies. Just make eye contact. Let's do it. Anyway, let's observe the wonders of this woman.
You're here right now because you've seen a clip.
The wonders, you say.
And you're very angry about what I said in that clip. And you're justified in your anger.
Well, that's good that you don't know a single person with COVID.
I would hope so. I would hope that nobody in your families or friends groups or inner circle have COVID, because that would be very saddening.
I know of 4. One of them is in my clan on Xbox, and there's a lot of F's in chat for this boy. He's hospitalized.
I don't know anyone personally, in or even in my outer circles, that have it, but we've all dodged the bullet, I think.
Then my buddy Nick, his wife.
And I will.
Unfortunately.
The clip that you saw does not represent my true feelings.
If it didn't represent your true feelings, you wouldn't have said it. It wouldn't have even crossed your brainwave.
Yeah, like, you obviously thought it.
She clearly feels that way. That if...
But she got such negative backlash. Oh,
you gotta say something. You gotta say something.
I have to fix things.
Streamed for hundreds of hours, and
otherwise, these aren't gonna make me nothing.
After you support yourself first.
And they're not.
Oh, so now it's okay to support yourself first before giving her money. Sorry, but this is just not okay.
No,
in any way.
Any person who has half a brain cell is gonna look at this and be like, "This is a fucking joke."
And look, now it's not a crop top. Yeah, so good observation.
Yep.
It's one of the only clips where this one, I think this one, like, she's in short shorts, but she's got a sweater on.
Yeah.
This is short shorts, sweater. But like, I don't understand why. Like, I get it. I understand show business. Sex sells. This is a fact.
Absolutely.
But come on, kids. There's children on this platform.
Mm-hmm. And you're showing them that it's okay to do that?
And this is acceptable? This is acceptable behavior? I don't know about that.
Sorry, I'm going ahead and I'm looking at a couple of the reviews.
Oh.
I'm on Reddit now, so it's even better.
Oh, God. I mean, well, exactly, TP. Like,
okay.
Amaranth does that ASMR thing, right? But she's always the main subject of 90% of her streams content is like from the neckline down. The simps need a refund. This chick dumb and boring. Never go full dumb. Know what? I don't know what I'm not allowed to say it. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
We can't say that. I already know what you're gonna say. It's not allowed.
Well, dumb. You guys get to... Yeah, exactly. Never do it. But at the same time, if you do it, you kind of deserve the outcome.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree that they should get refunded.
Yeah, like if you're dumb enough to actually just do that, especially if it's like an e-girl begging.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, if you're dumb enough to go and fully believe that you're making, you know, the make or break for this woman and she's gonna fall in love with you.
Another really big problem
to be punched in the dick.
Like, is this so young lady who's eating animals alive?
Oh yeah,
that's just fucked. But the thing that
go there.
I think begging should be out of the Twitch terms of service. You mean on the Twitch terms of service?
Yeah, because it's not out of, or it is out of currently.
Yeah, like it's really fucked. The terms of service is a mess on Twitch because of the you guys all saw the videos about the body painters getting Ozzy ate a bat. Yeah, okay. But this lady is on YouTube filming pouring soy sauce on decapitated heads of squids. Okay? It's just a little tangent, like this is a problem and needs to go away. But at the same time, I am from a culture that doesn't do it. We don't eat a lot of seafood. We eat fish, but that's like the extent of it. You know? So maybe there's something we don't understand. But it's also weird.
Also, Ozzy eating a bat. The man has an immune system like a god. You know how many drugs are backing up this man's white blood cells?
You guys, you saw that movie where oh, it was The Dirt. Yeah, they have Ozzy and he snorts a line of ants.
Yeah.
About time you gave me his tits. Oh yeah, sorry. I had a really busy week, RJ, and it was really wild.
Make sure that you also get the YouTube as well, because the YouTube is where the podcast will be, and you know other stuff.
Well, shrimp is good, but you don't see me sitting there, you know, making shrieky videos of me cutting the heads off the shrimp alive. It's like that shark. You know, you all seen Shark Tales, right?
Oh boy.
He's like, oh please, my mother, and he had a baby, and the legs fell off. And she's just so cute. She's the happiest kid ever. No, just eat the damn shrimp.
What?
Oh yeah, we hold on. I need a. Can you drop? Oh no, you can't because you're on your Xbox. Nope. But hold on, I should be able to if I just type your name. The Devils. Oh, it's not popping up again.
I can't comment because it's my own. That's right. That is correct. Are you dropping my link or?
I was going to, but now it's.
I remember.
Is it 6-6 or 6-6-6?
There's 3 6s, but the Devil's Elite and then space 666.
Ah, that's right.
Because it was dumb and wouldn't let me put the full thing.
There you are. There you are.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know why that background isn't changed, but that's live from the Motley Crue concert.
That right there?
Yes.
Interesting.
That is from the Motley Crue concert that I went to when I made that channel.
Damn.
Long ass time ago.
Hi, Mr. Kitten. Anyway, e-begging and acting like children and saying, give me money, I'm entitled to it, is not okay on any platform. I did the thing. Good. He gave you a sub, my guy.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
And this has got to go. Like, this cancerous behavior is going to kill the platform. Or at least it's going to kill the ability for anyone else to monetize anything ever again. Because, like, why would you want to pay people? If they're just going to be like, give me money. It's $5. It's all got to go. It's just going to kill just chatting. Actually, just chatting should have never been a thing. Because it's all this. This is all you ever see on just chatting.
Yeah, it's all you fucking...
Twitch, a platform made for gaming. Oh, here's just chatting, by the way. Oh, did you want to see lewd ladies? Here you go, just chatting. Like, I tried just chatting once in a while because, like, certain games just don't have, like, a category. And
yeah,
it just doesn't do anything. Nobody sees
whack?
you because you're buried all the way down the list.
Majesty has a category, but you know, well, it's just
depending on who's playing what game, it will make a category for a game. Like, if one person is playing Majesty, there will be a category for it. You'll just really have to search it. You'll really have to be that guy looking for Majesty gameplay.
Yeah, like I did. There was like multiple versions of it. I got through trial and error. I was just like, no, like none of these actually exist. But
yeah.
But
I think that's kind of all I want to say on that.
I think if we get any more involved, names are gonna be dropped.
Yeah, stop being e-beggars. Stop it.
Just stop. Get some fucking help.
Yeah, stop. Get
Fix
some help.
your own house, first of all.
Or you know.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
Time to
stop. More. Stop it. Be an adult. She's 30, by the way. I just want to throw that in there. She's old enough to know better.
This lookalike.
Mm-hmm.
This
That's right.
fucking deviant.
10 years older than the doppelganger.
I'm scared.
Yeah, so she's clearly old enough. Bad Bunny's older too. She's like, you know, upper 20s, and she knows better than to act like this. But here we are. Where the 24-year-olds have to tell you how to be an adult.
Yeah. This was an educated decision by this bitch. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh, she totally thought this through before she says it should. Like there is some kind of catch, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna say it."
I filter through this for our next one. That would be fucking great.
Okay, so high res in place.
Yes.
So do you want to do the Reddit or do you want to do the Glassdoor?
So first go on to the actual link I sent you, like the abusive one, because that's what I'm gonna
the Reddit post. High res employee reveals abusive work conditions on Glassdoor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck 15-year-olds would tell her to go get her act together. Exactly, TB. Exactly.
Okay, so this is gonna be huge. Hi-Rez is not really a well-known company for being good, because their games are as follows. There are 3 games that nobody fucking knows about. So the first one they did in 2010, I can't even remember the name now. So let me do a little searchy search. Global Agenda. If you know that game, first of all, I feel bad for you. Second of all, it was not a well done game. Like it looks bad. It doesn't have a solid flow. Like the old school Command and Conquers felt better than that game, and they were choppy.
Well, it's because you were on Xbox, but
yeah. And then they had their Tribes Ascend. Slightly better, looking towards more of what they shaped to make their platform games. Okay. That one was okay. 2012 was a good year for them. Now, they took a hiatus for 2 years. They like to do things in twos, for the most part, just so you're aware. Hi-Rez has an OCD obsession with even number years.
Hi-Rez needs to update their games more frequently.
Yes.
So, full disclosure, I don't really play any games made by them. So this isn't necessarily a topic I'm knowledgeable on, but games not being updated and shitty companies, I totally understand.
So Smite came out in 2014, and as we all know, League of Legends... Oh, it's a MOBA, by the way. League of Legends was huge. Is huge. And so... Yeah, he is seen firsthand.
I play Paladin and Realm Royale. BT dubs, RJ. I'm a full disclosure to you. I'm like a level 3 Fortnite player, but I will play Fortnite with you.
Yeah.
You just have to carry me.
This man ain't gonna build for shit. Let me tell you what.
I tell you what.
But Smite came out during a very lull portion in League. And I say lull heavily because I personally love League of Legends. I've loved almost every season. There's a few where I'm like, okay, they fucked up, but they, made up for it. Smite, their best seasons are the first 3 seasons that came out, and then 4, 5, 6, and now 7 all have had some major backlash within the community. So Smite came out and peaked almost up to League of Legends standards within their first 3 years. They were beautifully done. Then Hi-Rez went through this, which you're on that page? Cool.
I'm on a Reddit post, yeah.
Hi-Rez had some issues with their original coders. And around Season 3, Season 4, a bunch of people got fired. And they didn't like that. Now, the coders were smarter than the management. Typically how it goes.
I feel like a get good needs to be sent to Hi-Rez, probably.
Yes.
Actually, to EA, to Ubisoft, to fucking, sometimes Blizzard has their moment. Especially with their shitty apologies.
I agree with that.
Just get good. That's all you gotta do.
So Hi-Rez ratings, for example, after the original coders left, they were a 4-star rating. For their first 3 years, they averaged out 4-star.
It's not bad.
All right? Huge. Fucking huge. And afterwards, Hi-Rez plummeted to a 2.6 rating on Glassdoor, as well as what is the name of that review place? It's not a reliable one, but it still counts.
Better Business Bureau. The BBB.
I mean, on BBB, they're just not recognized.
I used to play Battlefield a lot. I played, Battlefield Bad Companies. I played, IGN, Kotaku, fucking all that stupid shit. But I played a lot of the Battlefield games, and 1 was the last one I played. Because I will not even take 5 if they give it to you for free. Because that's fucking stupid. You don't get to act like that as a business.
Yeah. So, a lot of people have the controversy that, was this sexual harassment case that plummeted them after the fact of already losing your top coders, and your new coders can't decode the original code, so you just add on or work around the original code. You can't do that! It causes for bugs. Major fucking bugs.
Well, and sometimes it can change the entire gameplay.
Exactly. Like, there was one point in Hi-Rez Gaming, Season 4, I remember it distinctly. A new god came out. And the first day out of PTS that it was released patch day, boom, worldwide crash. The character loaded in the first game and broke the fucking game.
That's brutal. It's brutal.
So
this is why PTR is important to observe, because if you're not doing it, I did play 5, but I really wanted World War II game. Yeah, I wanted a World War II. First off, it wasn't the thing that didn't bother me, I didn't care that the main character was female. What I cared was that she was female frontline fighting for the wrong army frontline, because Russia had females frontline, not the UK. They were nurses. Okay. First, she had a prosthetic arm. I'm sorry. When did you see prosthetic arms in 1942?
You did not.
You didn't. You just lost your limb.
So that's also another point. I fucking hated when they did that. And then there was people who like advocated like, no, you just hate that it's a fucking woman on the front line.
No, I don't care, because they put a female in Battlefield 1. Nobody better than I.
Yeah, like nobody cares. It's fine. As long as you're
like if you're gonna try to be
them.
Telling a story, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn was fun. I really liked that game. I wasn't sure that I was gonna like it because it wasn't really my style, but I really enjoyed it.
So, anyway, back to this. So when Smite had that major crash, they had to think of something. So Season 5 Smite, boom, Paladins launches. Paladins is an Overwatch type game. It's the only thing that's different is it's all recycled from Smite characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Fernando, for example, that's Ares in Smite.
Okay.
And they actually link skins back and forth between content. So, like, if you sub to their Twitch or whatever, you'll get, like, an Odin skin in Smite, and I don't know what skin they gave in Paladins. I don't play Paladins. But, they made it so that they could recycle anything they have and sell it again in new battle passes and new store things for the same price again. So you're just double paying to have the same damn thing in 2 games.
Yep.
Made by the same shitty ass company.
No, I do agree with you, King Heart. You got to stop covering up history. I understand some countries have laws against symbolism. I totally get it. But you have to, like, you got to let it be how it is. You can't alter history just because it suits your current agenda.
Exactly. Exactly. So, then in the timeline here of high res games, because they don't have a lot of their own.
You have a timeline? You want to send it to me? Because then I can open it. Or are you just kind of going off what you remember?
It's off of what I remember.
Okay.
So, because they only have like 8 games
That's
that
not
they've
bad.
just been trying to, and most of them are duplicates of another game, a different style. Like, they have 3 different Smite games. Hand of the Gods, which failed miserably, because it was a card interactive based game, but it was pay to win. First of all, you don't.
So, like most card interactive games, because let's be honest here, even Magic the Gathering is pay to win. You want to win, you got to buy the expensive cards.
Which I fucking hate.
I know, it really sucks. That's why I've been slipping away from formatted play for a long time.
Yeah. Like, if you're making a card game pay to win, you're going to lose all of your player base unless you do something extraordinary within 2 years. Yeah. Hands down. And Hand of the Gods came out 2018. You know what servers don't exist anymore now? Hand of the Gods.
Smite is skin sim of gods.
Yeah.
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 He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. Also, they released a mobile. They don't have the release date on here. I think it was, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Because I played it. Smite Blitz. Smite Blitz is literally just a spin-off adventure style between crossing the timelines of gods and their history in a big fucking game on your phone.
Yeah.
So you have first the Greek gods you start out with, like, oh man, shit's going wrong, and they introduce the Roman gods and they're trying to help out, which, by the way, they don't clash. If you ever research any history.
Well, okay. Which era of Rome are you talking about? Christian, the Christian era or the pre-Christian era?
I'm pretty sure it'd be pre.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure, because Bologna still existed. So, and they didn't like Bologna in the Christian era.
MTG Arena, to be honest with you, is only successful because of the lack of selling cards.
Yes.
But
MTG Arena, I still play every now and then.
Yeah. Like, I used to play MTGO.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking stupid, ridiculous concept. Oh, here's pay real money for this card that you will never physically own.
Yep.
Let's do that. Like, I only played it for draft because I like to draft on MTGO. So I would always sell the cards at the end of the day, and I would just be able to pay for my next draft like that.
And let's not forget that every single one of these games, minus the first two, like Global Agenda and Tribes, are microtransaction as well.
Delicious. Microtransactions.
So even the phone game, Smite Blitz, you can pay to have energy restorers.
I did it already. Well, Nightbot's just gonna cycle the timer, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep doing that. It's just gonna remind you that, hey, we're good shit.
This is us pretending there's lots of people watching. Philip J. Fry.
That's fair.
Shut up and take my money. Yeah.
Exactly. But Smite Blitz is actually still going. So it outdid the pay-to-win Hand of the Gods. It's getting to be, like, better. And it's a mobile game. It doesn't have the same processing and graphical, capabilities that the card game did.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the same capabilities or potential. But yet, it still is because people sit on the toilet a lot and they want to do something.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the only reason that I play any of the mobile games I play. It's toilet time, really. Like, Simpsons Tapped Out, never put $1 into it. Always playing it on the toilet.
I always wonder because my dad and stepmom play that, like, religiously.
Another one that I play a lot, sometimes, it all depends on my mood, Fate Grand Order.
Ah, there we go.
Anime game?
It was coming up.
I've never put a real $1 into it. And I have stuff that people, because you just do your free roll, you get random free Saint Courts, I've got, a good card game? Magic in Real Life. Let's duel. What?
Yeah.
Let's duel. We don't duel in Magic the Gathering, okay? This is not okay.
That's how you do it. You just cross-reference everything into a clusterfuck and you win.
Yeah, I bet you're a third-rate duelist with a Magic the Gathering deck.
That's actually so bad.
But anyway, yeah, so I play like Fate Grand Order just, during the events, like summer event, Halloween, Christmas. And I've got like a lot of like 5-star servants that are want to bet. I got 5-star servants that people have been trying to roll for years by paying real money for Saint Courts, and they've never gotten them.
Yeah.
It's just the luck of the draw. But again, people who want to be dumb, let them be dumb.
Let them do. And then, so now we're getting into off of Smite. They finally got off of Smite. They stopped creating new games for Smite. Thank fuck. It only took them 5 years.
Let's duel in Magic.
Oh boy.
You're gonna make my MTG player cry because, full disclaimer, I started playing trading card games with Yu-Gi-Oh! That was it first.
Yep. Back in the day.
But again, who didn't, right? And then I got like the Pokemon trading card game, but like I never played it. You just collect the Pokemon cards, right? You never play it. Yeah. I didn't play that till later in life. But then Magic the Gathering, I got near Scars of Mirrodin, something like that, Mirrodin block, and that's when I was playing. Make sure you have enough energy in your deck. What? You don't play with energy in Magic the Gathering? Just Pokemon?
Oh. I just want to say, never go full down.
Green ramp deck go brr. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need Arbor Mists or Arbor Elves? Don't worry about it. Let me just get these elves and Guruk Wild Speaker, untap 2 forests. So in turn 1, I'm gonna play a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah.
Need those trap cards too? Yeah, I gotta have them trap cards.
Absolutely.
So funny story about Magic the Gathering. Let's just get on a light tangent. So, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it used to be a Magic card, right? Then they turned it into a spell card because Magic the Gathering was the Wizards of the Coast was like, hey, you better quit that out, or we're gonna sue your ass.
Yep. And it's pretty funny. It's like, I'm just describing a card type, man.
This is just a card type. Why you gotta be so mad?
It's like, man, we're not trying to take your franchise. It's just a card.
Black and blue, you know what's about to happen. Actually,
oh yeah.
Blue and red, you know what's about to happen. You're gonna have the worst time of your life because Splinter
Black
Twin.
and blue, you're just siphoned. That's it.
Well, yeah, you can self-mill into oblivion, basically.
Yeah, you're just siphoning through. Actually, those cycle decks are really hot right now.
I know, everyone's playing cycle decks.
And it's just like, really?
Well, like, we haven't had good cycle cards in a long time. Like, you used to have cycling lands where you could, you know, draw cards. It would give you draw power, but, like... I as a long-term Modern player, I miss Splinter Twin only because I used to hate it all the time. So I'm like, I miss hating it. I miss being like, oh, fuck, you're playing Splinter Twin? God damn
it. You know what I...
TB? No, that's not true. That is not true.
I mean, I like to think I'm a heart of the cards believer myself.
The three bins of cards behind me will tell you otherwise. And I have all 3 card games, Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Going across.
Fucking RJ has all my cards, so... That's who I
Why does RJ have your cards? Like, you're Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Magic.
I don't know why you did that. You should have kept them.
Because I needed the money.
I know.
I was paying for 2 people, and one of them was a dumb fucking...
No, it's Magic better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! To me, like, if I sat down and played a non-legacy form of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I would have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Got really bad for a while. Like,
it's still bad.
There was points where you couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Did you guys see me save that laptop?
Jesus, buddy.
Jesus fucking Christ. Woo!
That poor laptop.
Oh. Okay, it's okay. We're good. We fucking got it. Chair went down. Everything's fucking broken. Woo-wee. Okay. We're gonna safely put that on the shelf under the desk. Used to run Mana Mastery, wipe everything. Ooh. See, I play a lot more Legacy than I do Modern anymore because everyone's super chill with Legacy. Like, we're all using... A lot of people using proxies. I'm one of the few people who actually have real dual lands.
Oh, man, dual lands.
Yeet, for real. No, the laptop is not going yeet. Actually, I'm a little scared for this one now. The second one. Do you imagine if I wasn't paying attention and fucking thing just crashes to the floor? It's like, oh, there goes my laptop.
I'd probably cry for you.
Why? Yeet both of them. No. Actually, so this is my current gaming laptop. It's got a 1050 Ti in it, and it still runs games. It's super fucking good. I like this machine. I just wish it was the 15-inch. I got the 17-inch like an idiot. So it's like really hard to carry it around.
As we approach our 2-hour mark, because
anyway, we gotta keep going on this high-res thing. But my 2080 Super... Oh, wait.
I have to describe, okay? 2 games.
2070 Ti, go. No, it's 1050 Ti, my dude. This is an old lap. It's 7700 HQ. I have the GPU undervolted, CPU undervolted, so I can hit like much higher maximum boost clocks at lower temperatures across the board. Because this thing gets hot from like stock, but I have the Conductinaut thermal paste, and everything's undervolted, so like it runs like 70 degrees cap out, full load. Before it would hit almost 90. Okay. Big difference. Anyway, high-res studios.
Anyway, with that belch, we are back to the topic at hand. So Realm Royale, sorry RJ, is a shit game. Alright? They produced that game because they foreseen Hand of the Gods failing. They were released 3 months apart. Their server base for Hand of the Gods started out in the first month really good. by end of the second month, they dropped 60%.
Oof.
Now, I don't know if you know anything about releasing a game, but if you lose 60% of your initial player base within the second month...
You mean Call of Duty?
It's a bad game.
Yeah, because you like back in the day when you had the Modern Warfare and the Black Ops, everyone's like so excited they play it for like 2 months through Christmas holiday, and then they stop playing because you're back in school.
So then afterwards, everybody was into Fortnite. Fortnite was huge again.
Well, because Fortnite 2, Big Oof is back.
Yeah. So what Hi-Rez did is they recycle some garbage from Fortnite that can't be copyrighted, technically.
Sure.
And they also took from Overwatch for their layout.
Oh my god.
Because who doesn't love Overwatch layout? Everybody's doing it. I might as well hop on that. Hi-Rez. And they fucking slapped a game together, a battle royale. And
because everybody is making a battle royale.
Yes. This was before the Black Ops battle royale was released. Right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to hop on that as fast as possible. Now, Realm Royale is still fourth popular, I want to say, out of all the games they have currently. Now, if we don't count this year's, which I'm getting to, then it's third.
Dislike them all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this man is not a fan of any fucking battle royale. Like, I tried to get him to play one, and he's just like, fuck that shit. So, but Realm Royale, it's still going. But it's only going because it's the alternative to playing Fortnite. It is what people who despise Fortnite play to get the same type of experience.
What? But I thought that was PUBG.
No, people play PUBG because they obviously hate themselves looking at a screen.
Wow, these are some fighting terms.
I'm sorry, but PUBG graphically and smooth gameplay does not exist.
Why do you have to claw the shirt? Why do you have to claw me? Just fucking go up. Be nice.
So, and then finally, their newest 2020 game, again, heading on with that every 2 years, Rogue Company. Another game exactly like the last 3 they've created.
So it's kind of like, the guys who make Angry Birds. They just make Angry Birds.
Yeah, exactly. So it starts with Paladins. Then Realm Royale. Then Rogue Company. So the only thing I can say about Rogue Company is that, first of all, it's cringy as hell. These voice lines should not exist. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but if you can search up Rogue Royale trailer and play it for them.
Sure.
Sorry, not Royale. Rogue Company trailer.
But first, fake gamer girl TikToks. Oh, Jesus, cat, you gotta hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's...
First off, she's holding a PS3 controller.
I hate those over-exaggerated faces that they make. It's like...
She's using a GameCube controller. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a Wavebird, so that's at least expensive. But it's a GameCube controller. The fucking Overwatch is not on the GameCube. It's not on the Wii. First off, TikTok is cancer, so... Anyway, so what is it called? What are we looking for?
Rogue Company. And go to trailer.
Company. And just... Oh. Am I gonna get it in French first, or... So this one here?
Is this it? Reveal trailer, yes.
Rated T for teen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she could be playing it on a Switch because I have the little controller adapter for my GameCube controllers on my Switch. But what are the odds, the likelihood she's actually doing it when she's just doing this?
Wake up, American.
That is cringe. That first line.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, none of these voice lines should exist.
Well, okay, the bloom effects, nice, but look at the hair. There's so much light in her hair.
Yeah, and also her hair moved as one entity.
Follow my lead. Almost at the drop zone. Get your heads in the game. Let's put on a show.
What is this, Unreal Engine from 2010? Hair is everything.
Keep up, Dallas.
Like, and you'll see the kill feed
It really
Call of
looks
Duty.
like Fortnite.
Yeah, and you'll see the kill feed looks like a Call of Duty one with it on the right hand side.
And it really also kind of looks like Valorant. Have you been watching any of the Valorant gameplay?
Yeah.
Why is everybody doing the same shit? Why can't we be original anymore?
Right?
I'm down. Sniper.
Pinging that sniper for you.
I'm taking the flank.
Okay, but the voice doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why do they even need to talk?
Also, the voice lines on when you get farther in, they say one particular one that fucking just pisses me off. It's rain pain, rain money. And it's like, in what fucking world does that make sense?
So
Other
you
than
always
maybe
do you always
Russia.
drop out of a pelican?
Yeah.
Oh, you
This-
missed.
So this is their newest game. This is this year.
So is this is it out already or are they still developing?
I'm pretty sure that this is coming out. I'm not
But
sure.
for PS4?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't like playing shooters on consoles. I don't like input lag. Like, it's actually impossible for me to make Grand Theft Auto on my 360 because, like, even if I turn the sensitivity up all the way, it doesn't work very well.
Okay, so it was advertised for PS4, but is now crossplay release, PC, Xbox, and Switch.
All right, take care, TB. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Peace. It is set to be released. Wait. They announced it on September 4th, 2019. Okay. But when's the release date? When is the fucking release date? Now it's talking about Valorian. I don't want to fucking... And yes, it is Unreal Engine.
Well, I mean, Unreal Engine is good. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, TV. Unreal Engine is good. It works well, but it doesn't all have to be... Like, the problem is you get a lot of the same cookie cutter stuff. Look like Robert Downey Jr. movie from Game Ads.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
no
preview,
kidding.
The preview.
Preview.
Yeah, because I can speak English.
Preview.
The preview of Rogue Company was March 30th.
Okay.
So it is nearing release.
Okay.
As far as I can tell. That one is going to be a bomb. Is going to just screw everything.
Call of Watch. Realm Expedite Legends. True though.
Yeah. I love the comments where they just mash games together that they think.
Yeah, I got Jack and Coke. Well, actually, it's not Jack. It's Scotch.
I got a rum and Coke with a little bit of whiskey.
Just a touch.
Because you just gotta get that apple whiskey in there. Anyway,
I must have missed the part where it said free to play. Sweet, drink up, boys. Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Podcasts are always handy.
The guy with the mask was cool until he spoke. PS4 gameplay shows keyboard and mouse on button hotbars. But you know what they did? Battlefield 4 did the same thing. They're like, oh, here's like the console gameplay of Battlefield 4, but the test demos were running on PCs.
Yeah, like it's just to make you console peasants feel welcome.
Yeah.
And I say that now because I was one for the longest time.
We all started as console peasants. Let's be honest here.
That's true.
I grew up with a PlayStation 1 in the house, and then we had a PS2, and then we had a PS3, and then I got a 360.
This curtain, or not curtain, but this blanket here
is a PS1.
Is a PS1, and a bunch of old shit that I didn't want y'all to see because then you just make comments. So instead, you get an eagle and Lord of the Rings.
The dead on release part, not okay. Getting some serious Lawbreakers vibes from this game. The dead on release part, not the okay game part. This looks like a trash fire.
It is a trash fire. You're not wrong.
The amount of comments on this vid saying this game looks like Fortnite is insane. Just because it's third person, you automatically think it's Fortnite. First off, you don't play. Oh, never mind. I don't even want it.
Honor later? Absolutely. I'll go and want to kill myself later with you.
For honor? For honor?
Yeah. It's...
So I told you that I finished the D3 season, eh? So now, like, I'm almost level, Paragon level 400 for season.
You told me like 4 fucking times.
I know, but I didn't tell all these nice people. I didn't tell all these nice people. But, like, I haven't played long enough to be level 400, but when you run high-level great rifts with random people, you level up so fucking fast.
Yeah, you just boost yourself by, like, a...
So now, I could probably carry you through Torment 4 story, and you'll be level 70, no problem.
That is if I don't get hit by random magma and shit.
All you gotta do is get Reaper Souls, and we don't have to do story. We can actually run rifts and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that, like, if you come into a rift with me, that's where you're gonna get all that experience bonus. Without it having to be proximity.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. So let's get back to Hi-Res here.
Yeah,
Go to the Glassdoor.
Okay, so hitting Glassdoor reviews here for Hi-Res Studios. We've sorted it. Oh, that it did it to me again. It changed it. Lowest rating. Okay.
No, like the Reddit page. Sorry.
Oh, you with the Reddit page?
Yeah, the Glassdoor Reddit page one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is where it gets...
Free lunch is available sometimes. I mean, that's kind of a perk, I guess. Free food is always nice, even though the true motive is to get you to stay extra late.
Mm-hmm.
Upper management is sexist against females. First off, I want to know more about that. I want to know more about that.
Okay, so the gist of it that I got by digging and, even though they do delete a lot of reviews, like they force...
I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to delete reviews.
Right?
If a review is posted, it's posted. You shouldn't be allowed to tamper with that.
That's also why I wanted to go on the Reddit. Because the Reddit has screenshots of stuff that's not there anymore. Like, this is screenshots of stuff they've taken down.
Okay.
Because they were forced to from Hi-Res. Like, as much as the shit that they make, their microtransactions make them so much.
You parlay anglais, huh?
No habla inglés.
Benefits and 401k matching are still below industry standard. Yeah, that's fucking brutal.
Yes. It's just... it's gross. So, basically, what happened with the sexual assault case, or harassment, but it was later treated as a assault case. You know how when Trudeau bumped somebody with his elbow?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's that type of deal.
Oh, God.
Where it was intentional, don't get me wrong, like, not Trudeau, but the Hi-Res case.
How do you know Trudeau wasn't intentional, though? How do you know?
I guess.
You don't.
But, like, it definitely didn't feel like it was, with Trudeau's case.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to watch the clip over and over and look at every facial expression or whatever...
Oh, believe me, I watched the clips.
It doesn't look intentional. The man may be a lot of things.
But an idiot is one of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
so the other day I was walking through the store, and I was looking for box water. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's this box water he speaks of?" So I asked the store manager. I said, "Hey, can you help me find box water?" And he looked at me. He's like, "You fucking dumb? Water doesn't come in boxes." I said, "Oh, really? But my prime minister says it comes in boxes." Anyway.
Yeah, but so when they put upper management, it's because they didn't want to call out the one guy that did something.
Well, they never usually do. That's the thing.
So they label the whole entirety of upper management, which led to the decline in their most senior members, which also, I can't remember which review says don't rely on the people who've been there the longest. That's actually a personal statement from one of their original coders.
Okay.
Before the drop-off 3 years later. Because when you take the original code, as I'm going to say again, you cannot just add on to somebody else's work when it comes to coding.
Not at least without the source.
Yeah, not without the source. That should be added. If you just try and take somebody's work and add it on to make it, run further than what they intended, you're gonna have a bad time. Because it only has the capabilities of what the original coder will put in.
Sounds like Fallout. They've been using the same game engine since 2007.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the only things that I've ever enjoyed about the old Fallout games, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, is the console command. That's because, like, on the consoles, I'll play the game legit, no hacks, no glitches, but on PC, I mod the hell out of it. Like, my Skyrim is ridiculous. So many mods. I don't even have dragons. I have My Little Ponies that fly around and breathe dragon down on you. And in Fallout, the only gun I use is the mini nuke. And I just boom, boom, boom. You walk around with God mode on, nothing can kill you, and you're just blowing everything up.
So here's a review that I think is, happening to a lot of gaming industries. So the leadership, when they like to hire junior devs, they abuse the lack of experience and force them for overtime hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that irks me the most is, in some cases, which I would strongly push some to 70%.
Okay.
They threaten about termination or industry blacklist in order to make them fall in line.
Oh.
And that is a big no-no to anyone who wants a reputable company. Like, you don't fucking do that. It not only forces the devs themselves to just hate everything about their own work, but it also makes them less creative and open to make good fucking gaming content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when a dev is put under that kind of extremist pressure, how do you expect them to do anything other out of the ordinary? And out of the ordinary with most devs is good. Like, if you take the game Hero of the Storm, for example, Heroes of the Storm.
That's a Blizzard game, isn't it?
Absolutely. If you take that game and compare it to the others in its genre, like League,
yeah,
it always has something that stands out. That is the hard work of 3 devs who banded together because they enjoyed their fucking job. Yeah. They weren't under the pressure of everything. That is one thing that I can say Blizzard did absolutely well.
I really like this 1-star review. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So the pros, there's not much good to say about this place. Why is that a pro? That should be a con.
Yeah.
Cons: this place is a pile of garbage. They could care less about their staff, much less their paying customers. They let ex-staff hack their games and allowed them to completely run things into the ground. They all think about the mighty dollar, not about the quality work and entertainment. Senior management has a clique. Oh god, yeah. If you're not the good old boys network, you're nobody.
You're nobody.
Please pull your heads out of your arse and start listening to your employees. That's pretty good advice.
Like, that is probably top tier advice. Like, S tier.
Yeah, S tier. Yeah, we're gonna do that ranking thing one day, and I think we're gonna have a really good time.
It's definitely gonna be so good. So another thing, here is one that I absolutely love. Go to the next one here. Carry On My Wayward Son. That review.
Hi-Rez Studios has not been relevant in several years, and the chaos inside the studio reflects the rapid downward trend. The developers are great people, but anyone above a lead is going to make you revamp your resume and start job hunting.
That statement right there is huge and should be a major eye-opener for anybody in this field.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are going to make you do that if they have the same type of management that this does.
Well, the problem is there's a lot of companies, not even just in the gaming space, but in general, that have fucking horrible senior management.
They're stuck in their ways and they can't do anything to adapt. And with most industries, especially now, adaptation is key. Like, you wonder, some big companies are taking huge hits. How are these small guys still alive? They adapted. Like gardening companies, for example, during this pandemic, they did online.
Yep.
Like small business, like
there was actually a lot of really small restaurants in the Strasbourg area and like really small, like little delis that started doing personal delivery because they weren't big enough to be on like Deliveroo or Skip the Dishes or whatever. So they started doing personal delivery.
Adaptation is key for the survival of any company.
Yeah.
And efficiency, obviously. But, like, most importantly, the willingness to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, a system might be working good for however many years. You could even say a system works good for 30 years, because I know some old-timers that'll say that.
If the system ain't broken, don't fix it. But the system's pretty damn broken.
Yeah, like, it's broken, but it's not broken for you, so you're fucking oblivious.
Yeah, as long as you can collect your Medicare, you're good, right?
Uh-huh. So, going on to this one, HR. HR is huge within companies. If you don't and if you don't know what HR is, it's human resources. But if you don't have an HR that open to having both sides defended and offended, like the company or the people, you have a shitty AR.
Personal improvement program. Which excludes you from raises, bonuses for the year. Wow. And aren't copies of other games. This is an important fucking statement right here. Because it's true. All their games are fucking copies. Originality is not valued here. Mismanagement of said copied games. That's the thing. If you're going to copy a game, do it properly. You know?
And here's the big point, the one that I pointed out. Advice to management. 1 success out of 7 games in 3 years warrants a change. It's exactly what I pointed out.
I'm honestly surprised that the studio hasn't closed at this point. Like, how are they making money? What's their revenue stream?
Microtransactions.
So they're making enough money on microtransactions to actually produce more content?
Their battle passes too, man. 600 gems is $21.
Jesus.
So they're making $21 per people who buy a battle pass in Smite, roughly, depending on where you're from, right? Dollar value, but it just so $15 to $21 per battle pass. Let's put their player base at let's say 800,000 that actually buy it. Okay. Out of the millions that play this game. So 800,000. Let me get the guild later out here. So 800,000, and you point that, let's say even the lowest amount, $15. Okay, you are making 12 million off of that battle pass.
Yeah, but in order to produce an actual game, you need a lot more than $12 million.
Okay.
Like if you're already an established studio, not an indie developer, for example.
Mm-hmm. But with that, they have transactions after you buy the battle pass.
For like skins and other cosmetics and boosts.
For boosting.
Yeah.
Boosting. They have one for a bundle pack. So not only are you going to pay $15 for the 600 gems, if you want an initial boost, you're going to pay $27. So let's bump that number up. So let's say you still have the original people who have, so 800 whatever, that's 12 million. So let's say now you have 1/4, so 200,000 people buy this extended version. That generates an extra 5.5 million.
Jesus Christ.
Just on its own, for 1/4 of the player base that buys it, of the original.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's absolute nuts. So just from that alone, you have 18 million.
That's big time messy. Big time.
And think about it. People who buy Smite buy Paladins. I don't know what it is, but about getting those cross-game skins gets you intrigued about the other.
Yeah, probably. I mean, just look at like Here's the Storm, because they have all the Blizzard characters, right? You know, it helps them sell games.
And then so you times that total amount by 2, because guess what? They both have battle passes. Guess what? They both have similar release dates. So they in total are making 36 million off of 2 games. Battle pack alone.
Yeah.
36 mil is a lot of money to deal with.
That's enough to make a game? I think it is.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm thinking we're basically at the 2.5 hour mark here, so.
Yeah.
Sir, you have closing statements on this?
The only last remark I will say about Hi-Rez, and this is a personal experience one. Their support system is so fucking jank that if you give them specific case photo evidence, they will sit there, look at you with a blank expression, and say, "Everything is fine, sir."
I don't see the problem.
And that is exactly what happened when you try to link an account from Xbox and PC. So
that's where you were struggling, right?
Yup, because I have everything bought on my Xbox. But I also like PC controls better.
Yeah.
So when you try to link your account, you can link to anything else. Sony has no issues for once. So...
But most of the time.
But, we won't get into that today. But if you go and you want to, just shitstorm some Hi-Rez stuff, talk about their link service and their support staff. Go check it out. I'm sure you'll be disappointed.
Thoroughly. Thoroughly.
All right.
Well, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in for episode 2. I hope you guys had a good time. We had a good time, eh? Oh, your mic's cut out again.
Did it really?
Yeah, it does that. Sometimes when you talk, if you're too far, it doesn't pick it up.
Hello.
Anyway, tune in next Saturday. We'll have more shenanigans, more nonsense, more alcohol.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
funny. We try, man. Take it easy.
Peace.